And Embiid and Harden can't win together, apparently. The two combined for 24 points on 8 for 29 shooting in a Game 7 loss to the Boston Celtics. Justin Pooney, we're now joined by Jelani Goodridge-Reid of Hoop Talks. Your biggest takeaway from that 76ers loss was?
Well, those two guys, Harden and Embiid. Can I give you this? Let's just look at
Break it down for us.
15 points for Embiid, 5 for 18 shooting from the field, nothing from downtown, 0 for 4 turnovers. Harden, 9 points. Okay, 9, not even 10. No double figures there, right? 3 for 11 shooting from the field, 1 for 5. Nice, 5 turnovers. I hear what he just said, what Embiid just said, how, okay, we can't get it done without our guys. You're the MVP of this league. I get it. It's a regular season award. But come playoff time, the MVPs start to really show why they were the MVP. I didn't see him in Boston in Game 7, right? And he had good games throughout the series, right? Let's look at Game 5, for example, in Boston. They couldn't cover him. He destroyed that defense. And I didn't see him show up. James Harden also, he can't get away with it because I see a lot of people on Twitter talking about Joel Embiid, rightfully so. But James Harden, he cannot get away with this performance. I love the guy. I respect him. Houston Harden was one of my favorite players for sure. But what I saw was once again what I expected. I know what I get with this guy. I see it all the time. When it matters most, where is he? Third quarter, why are you passive? This was during the run. This was during that crazy run, 33-10. You were outscored in that third quarter. Can't have that in a do or die game. James Harden, he continues to get past his defender. Cool. Just do a nice push shot. Just give me a floater. Give me something. Even the broadcast, they were saying it too. Why are you always kicking out the ball? So, again, I don't know what to do with the Sixers team. To me, they continue to be just a disappointing team year after year. So I don't know.
Well, we've been talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs all day today.
You know what? Good equivalent right there.
The Leafs and the Sixers?
I look
Talented.
at these teams. Cowboys, Sixers, my Cowboys, Sixers, Leafs. Those are the same team.
Yeah.
They are the same team.
Crazy expectations, crazy media coverage, but always come short when it matters.
I want to say this about that Embiid clip. He also said that he needs to be better, and he still believes that this Sixers team can win. If I'm looking at the Philly playoff history, 4 straight Game 7 losses, 0 for 5 in last 5 conference semis. Doc Rivers, 10 Game 7 losses. 10 years ago Sunday, Sam Hinkie said, trust the process.
Process.
What's the question here? I don't want to. The question that's being thrown around is the process dead? But is it been a complete and utter failure? If this is the end of the road for that.
Let's talk about the Leafs again on this. The Shanna plan and the process.
Shanna
right?
plan, yeah.
Like, what was the measure? What was the definition of success in these plans? Championships.
To win.
To win.
At least an appearance in the finals.
At least an appearance in the finals, right?
Or conference finals at that.
Thank you. Or second round.
I was going to say, yeah, the least finals.
When you look at this team, you look at their draft history, right? And I said it today on Hoop Talks. Joel Embiid is the only real NBA player they drafted. Ben Simmons is not an NBA player.
No.
Markelle Fultz, God bless him for turning his career around, but he wasn't worth the number one.
At one point, they had Jimmy Butler.
That was a mistake.
Let him go. They let
Huge
him
mistake.
Go. And look, they traded up to get Markelle Fultz over Jason Tatum. And the irony was, who last night dropped 51 points to kick him out of the playoffs? Jason Tatum.
It's wild.
Right?
It's wild to me.
I think, look, Doc Rivers, he gets a lot of the blame, as well deserving, right? But, man, you got to look at your big guys here, man. You cannot show up like that. And I think James Harden now, he's going to be in the same line as Tracy McGrady, right? He's going to be following that same line as the Charles Barkley, right? Even though Barkley made it to the finals, right?
Well, Harden a long time ago, though. But obviously he has a number one option, yes.
Right? When you look at James Harden's legacy of his career, because everybody loves talking about legacies.
Yeah, I know.
How do you view it?
I mean, definitely one of the most prolific scorers to ever touch a basketball. We know this already. Houston Harden, shout out. But he is a guy, come playoff time, he doesn't perform when you need him to. We've seen it time and time again with this guy, man. And that's why I'm so disappointed. He didn't even give you double figures. Like, come on, man. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Horrible.
You need the guy to show up. He showed up game 1. He gave you that 40 plus, right? That game 4, huge performance, game winner, right? And then this, you cannot end a series like that. And now you're hearing Houston.
And
I would be very disappointed. I'd be very disappointed. If he does that, like, why?
Because
For
Houston's
what?
home.
For what? The strip club? Like, honestly, bro, what are we doing here?
That's all this guy was talking about, by the way, is a strip club.
No, like,
What are you talking about?
I saw
can
the
still play for
tweets.
something.
I saw the tweets.
I did tweet.
Yeah, you can still play for something, though, man.
Okay,
Come on.
so the Celtics now meet the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics minus 600 favorite to win that series. The Heat plus 400, third Eastern Conference Final meeting in the last 4 seasons. Before we get into that, you guys, well, specifically you, really wanted to touch on this John Morant situation. I didn't because I know it's a big story, but it's unfortunate that the stupidity of this kid has to overshadow what's going on in the NBA playoffs. Today, she'd be talking about what happened with the Sixers, Jason Tatum, the fact that the Miami Heat are in the Eastern Conference Final, the fact that LeBron James is in the Western Conference Final, the Jokic is playing out of his mind.
Yep.
That's what needs to be talked about, not John Morant once again waving a gun because his buddy was filming him. All he had to do was learn from his first mistake, and here we are again, and probably going to get a 20-plus game suspension in the next season and potentially lose some sponsorship deals. Yeah, and who knows what else the NBA slaps on this guy. I know you're trying to tell me something, but you want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it.
No, I don't want to give it too much airtime as well because like you said, but
it's a big story.
Everybody out there watching, especially kids, this might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen somebody do.
No, I
this
mean,
is the dumbest thing I've seen a superstar athlete do. You already lost $40 million this year because you decided to wave a gun on your Instagram live, and all NBA voters said, "Oh, we're not going to vote for you, all NBA." Right. You lost $40 million. Powerade came back from the dead to give you front and center as their main athlete. Nike gave you a signature shoe. I know Nike gives out signature shoes like it's no tomorrow.
Still tough to get
but
one, though.
You still got one, right? Yeah. Beats by Dre. You have everything at the palm of your fingertips, and you do that. Come on.
Yeah, no, there's no excuse.
I just think that, look, he better be suspended for at least 25 games, and he should lose over $1 million. And maybe, just maybe, lose. I think you said he's probably going to lose his sponsorships. He's probably going to lose. And you know what? It sucks for him, but you know what? He made this mess. He's going to have to do it, and we'll see.
He's got to learn from him because he told us that he was, going to change and things of that nature, but you can't do that, especially when your friend's trying to hide the camera.
That's true. And it's not if you're a Grizzly, it's not the team that you want. Now this screws with the Memphis Grizzlies. Now I think you really need to consider trading him.
They need some bets there, though. I think they need.
If you're the Grizz, do you consider trading him? At least you got to float that, right?
But who wants him?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Someone would take John Morant 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
He's one of the most gifted players in the NBA.
There, but you got to have
trust him though.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who you can trust though? LeBron James. Back in the Western Conference Finals, LeBron James.
Yes, we should probably talk about that. So the Nuggets favored slightly to win that series. Your expectation for LeBron in this conference final? Does he have enough left in the tank after, he put up a pretty good performance in that second round, but burned off a lot of energy as well. And at his age, does he have enough left to take on Jokic and this team?
I think it was good that they finished the series a bit earlier than in Game 7 because they have more time to rest.
That's a good point, yeah.
Also, you're looking at the fact that he's dealt with that foot. You can see it. He's not as athletic, or, doing LeBron type things, but he's still capable. 39-9 in that closeout. But I think he's gonna be fine in this series. Personally, I don't see how Denver's gonna limit him. To be honest with you, the guy I'm looking at though here is obviously gonna be AD because that matchup with Jokic, right?
It always goes back to AD.
It does.
Right?
For me, it does.
No, it's true.
I trust LeBron James. I do. And that's why I didn't know how the Lakers were going to look these playoffs because I wasn't sure about what's around LeBron. They've stepped up. They've proven me wrong. But yeah, going back to Jokic AD's playing a different Jokic. This is not the same bubble Jokic. 2 MVPs removed.
Back-to-back
right?
MVP.
And he's better. So I want to see how AD is going to respond. But now on the AD side of things, he's been playing really well defensively for sure. To me, this is one of the best defensive playoffs I've seen ever, right? Because they're winning because of that. So I want to see how that's going to work. And last point, the guards. The guards for Denver are serious. This is not going to be a cakewalk for LA, right? And I know the guards have been playing pretty well for LA throughout these playoffs, but this is this is a deeper group. This is a faster group, a group that could shoot in Denver. So it's going to be tough. Those are the things that
blows my mind about the Lakers when they started the season 2-10.
Yeah.
Like they should not be in this position. And there's been so much turnover from the beginning of the season until now.
It's a testament to Rob Pelinka. But it's also a testament to LeBron James. LeBron was the ability of LeBron to get a group, re-galvanize the group on a singular effort, right? And we saw from Anthony Davis. Look, Anthony Davis was the Lakers' best player last series, right? He's probably been the Lakers' best player pretty much all playoffs, right? And that's hard for me to say, but he has been, right? And I think when I look at this, him and Jokic, if he can stop Nikola Jokic, or not stop him,
it's gonna be tough.
If he can minimize it or make him really, really
Get
work.
into him, make it tough. for
Really
him.
make him work.
Yeah.
There's an opening there for LeBron to really take over on the offensive side of the
But the
ball.
best part is Jokic doesn't have to score to kill you.
No.
That's what
true.
makes him
That
so
is true,
dangerous,
yeah.
right? He could just pass the
Playmaking
ball and
abilities
distribute.
there, yeah.
Okay, let me get some picks here. The NBA Finals will have who in there?
I talked to you guys about the script writers.
Let me know. So I'm trying to put
The
some
script
bets in
writers have been writing.
here. The script.
Right?
Right, yeah.
The script is in. Hashtag that, please.
Okay.
We are getting Lakers in 7 over the Denver Nuggets. MVP Jokic.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then in the Eastern Conference, I see it being the Celtics in 6 games. I think it's going to be a tough 6 games, though, because my favorite coach in the game, Coach Spo, is going to make it tough on him. But Lakers Celtics for banner 18.
Plus
That's
plus 175
nuts.
if you want to bet those two finalists.
I
Who do you
think
got?
it's gonna be LeBron is gonna be taking his talents back to South Beach
Wow.
to face off against the Miami Heat and Pat
Bubble
Riley
That's
for ring number 5.
plus 1,000
Bubble
Miami
rematch,
Heat
eh?
against the Los
Look.
Angeles Lakers. And if you're looking at maybe some awards come the end of the season, NBA Finals MVP, if you like LeBron James, plus 950.
Hey.
That's not bad.
If he does it, man, I might have to change my goat. I'm serious.
Jelani Goodridge-Reid, thank you so much. Justin Pooney, you're going to stay tuned. James Sharma will jump back in, and we're going to discuss some more sports on the Homestand Show because that's just what we do over here.